Watch out, AOC. There's an even woker member of Congress that's trying to hog the spotlight with stupid stunts. And I'm not talking about Fire Marshal Bowman. Oh. Say hello to Gen Z Congressman Maxwell Frost. In an attempt to stick it to the racist Republicans who believe in borders, little Maxie is suggesting that the GOP wants to get rid of the Statue of Liberty.
Don't welcome immigrants if you plan to reject them. If you keep pushing your bigoted H.R. 2 bill, then also pass this bill. I've taken the liberty of drafting it for you. It removes the Statue of Liberty, our largest symbol that tells people to come here. This is who you are, removing the fabric of America.
Sorry, Max. Lady Liberty ain't going anywhere. And the American people completely disagree with Democrats' open borders insanity. I'll let Charlemagne explain why.
I honestly have never spoken to as many people who are concerned about the migrant issue as I have, over the past year. People were calling the radio station, that was just this week, really complaining about that. So I've never seen, working class people who I interact with every day until this past year really express their frustration for the migrants.
All right, Greg, what do you think of little Maxie's stunt?
How stupid is this clown? Excuse me, Maxie Pad. We don't take down statues. You take down statues. Taking down statues is the only form of aerobic exercise the woke cretins have. Without pulling down a statue, they wouldn't have any upper body strength. The woke workout is 3 sets of looting, 3 sets of burning, followed by the statue pull and toss. So shut up. Charlemagne, however, stumbled into reality. Unfettered illegal immigration hurts minorities and the working classes by drastically lowering wages. Here in New York, you could see this, almost all delivery jobs I've seen are from new arrivals. I would like to get Charlemagne's address and send him a few copies of Thomas Sowell's books, which explains incentives and disincentives and how cheap labor and illegal immigration that causes cheap labor creates a job loss among minorities. There's another example of how the left hurts the people they claim to help.
Do you, when you send Charlemagne a package, have to write "the God" on the envelope?
I don't know about that. That's a good question.
It's more likely to get there.
Right, that's true.
Dana?
Well, I think that this sort of connects well with our first block, because I believe immigration is the canary in the coal mine for all of Joe Biden's ills. In the ABC poll that came out over the weekend, he was at 18% approval on immigration. And so that was like Max Frost and his buddies that he goes to brunch with on Sundays, and he goes to brunch. And Biden is doing nothing about it, right? I hate brunch. And Biden's doing nothing about changing the border policies. He's suing Texas. He's blaming Texas National Guardsmen for murder, and then when proven wrong, they won't take it back. And he won't take the Republicans up on their offer to get money for Ukraine and money for Israel that Biden wants. What they're asking for is tougher border enforcement. Maybe they're not going to be able to swallow all of it, but why not take the Republicans up on their offer? And if the Republicans vote it down, run on that and say, I tried. And if they take you up on it, then take credit for the fact that you were able to stem the flow before the election. And why would he want to do that? I want to point out something, that it's not just Biden's job approval numbers that are going down. And this is why you're starting to see a lot of agitation, including from people like Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan. All of these polls are starting to come in for House Democrats, especially ones in kind of districts where you might be able to get a Republican through, and their numbers are way down. So Biden is dragging down the entire ticket, whereas Trump would be able to improve that, maybe even keep the House for the Republicans.
Piro, do you hate brunch? And what do you think of Maxie?
I don't like brunch, and I don't like Maxie. Is that all? Is that all I have to say?
You can
okay,
elaborate.
I just want to say something about the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France. It came here in 1886. At that time, we had an immigration law in this country where you came here, you had to be on Ellis Island, you had to be screened, and you had to be documented, you had to be tested, you had to be vaccinated, and you could only come in if you had a sponsor or if you were self-reliant, okay? This guy doesn't know is history. And, you know, the truth is, if you understood the background of the Statue of Liberty, it's a symbol of freedom and democracy. It doesn't mean everybody just show up and we'll take care of you. And that's why Joe Biden, I believe, is going to lose the election, assuming he's the guy that runs. What is happening to the Democrats now is that they are now, it's not just the top tier that's talking, it's affecting everyone. Like, I don't know if you remember, but there was a veteran in Staten Island, we talked about this a couple months ago, where he had to be moved out of I think it was some kind of a nursing home. And they moved him out. He didn't have anywhere to go, so they could move the immigrants in, the migrants, the illegals in. And the same with a hospital in Denver today, $130 or $40 million in debt because of the illegals, and Americans are waiting in line for health care. Forget about the fact that the Americans have to pay for their health care and the illegals don't. And then we've got taking our kids out of school so illegals can go into the school. And hotels in New York City emptying out half of the business so we can put illegals in. Look, New York City and America can no longer handle this this migrant crisis. And can you imagine if Joe gets elected again? And Mayorkas, we've got impeachment hearings. The guy didn't even show up. That's how much respect they have for democracy.
Self-reliance, do you think that should be a standard for admitting new Americans, as they call them?
Well, I can bring a unique perspective because I believe I'm the only member of the panel, as a non-American, who has a visa which officially states that I'm an alien of extraordinary ability in the television industry. So I've always thought it's rather quaint the way you Americans call us aliens when we try and get into your country. But you hit on something about his lack of knowledge about history. I can extrapolate on that because the Statue of Liberty, ironically, wasn't created to celebrate letting people into America. It was the opposite. It was created to celebrate kicking out the British. I feel very strongly about this. Because, as you rightly say, the French historian and abolitionist Edouard de Lubellay proposed a monument to commemorate the centenary of U.S. independence, the perseverance of American democracy and the liberation of the nation's slaves. So, in fact, it was celebrating the absolute opposite of what this clown wants us to believe the Statue of Liberty represents. It represented America winning its independence and democracy, and the bedrock of any democracy is controlling your border. So every objective analysis of his history is a complete maxi.
You really are an extraordinary alien, Piers.
Thank you.
Really got to give it to you. Ahead.
Don't you think it's a bit weird to call us aliens?
I think you
think
deserve
alien. You think weird things with.
Listen, it's your
pointy ears,
language. It's
body
the
heads.
English language. We took it from you.
When you come to our country, we don't call you aliens.
We just say,
we
I'm
call
going to
you
go
a
to
few
your
things,
country and say you're giving me a barrage of insults. Ahead.
Just to remind you, you speak,
okay, I'm teasing. You're a lot less extraordinary when you keep blowing the brake.
You speak English, not American.
Okay, I got it.
True.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.